What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I'm in a good mood. Because we've got triple changes! Triple changes are real, we kind of knew they were coming. But ladies and gentlemen, we now know them. We're going to start off having a little bit of a look at Autobot Springer. It is a triple changing card. I know, right? That's pretty awesome. It is a secret rare. Of course it's a secret rare. We knew we had 2 secret rares not yet revealed. We knew that we were getting 2 triple changes. I'm hoping that most of you put those 2 facts together. So, Autobot Springer. We have a 3-sided card. So if we have a look at the stats here, we can see that actually it kind of depends where you're looking. Now, like with all the characters, the health is the same no matter which side of the card you go to. 14 health is high, but you are at 12 cost. 12 cost is extremely relevant because it just means you're not going to be able to play much else with it. But the 14 health we like. The defense is either 1, 1 or 2, 2 being the average. And attack is either 3, 4 or 5, 4 being the average. Cool. So you get to flick around modes here to decide what you actually want to take advantage of. We have one side, that is Alt Mode 1, whereby you've got 2 defense. But then we've got Alt Mode 2, which has got 5 attack. Now the good news is you are a ranged character in each of your modes, more on that in a moment. You are a helicopter in Alt Mode 2. That makes it the second helicopter we've seen after the Alpha Bravo reveal, although upsettingly, still no support for helicopters. And you are a truck in Alt Mode 1. So again, we'll have a look in a minute. Helicopter has no extra tricks. Truck does. We'll have a look at them shortly. So let's have a look at the skills then, shall we? And this is a card, you know by now if you've been watching my videos, I like it when both sides of a card work together. Well, this has 3 sides and they work beautifully. So if we start off in bot mode, if you have a utility attached, you've got Pierce 3. Meaning you do a minimum of 3 damage, but not more than your attack. So let's say we played Surprise Attack, which we showed you earlier. Surprise Attack would not do you any good unless you also upped your attack by 3, because Pierce 6, Attack 3, you're only doing 3 damage. So if you're looking for Pierce, this is the one you go to. Now you've got to have a utility on there. What is kind of cool is that as long as you attach it when you're in Alt Mode 1, you can actually play Cargo Trailer here, and then you would be able to keep it when you flipped over into bot mode. And then you'd have Pierce. So you've got a great option for Pierce. If there are decks that are playing too much blue that you're struggling to damage, in comes Pierce. When you are in Alt Mode 1, you have Tough 2 if you have an armor. And you've got the highest defense in this mode. So clearly this is the defending mode for Autobot Springer. Defense of 2, Tough 2, you've got high defense, and you've got the ability where you flip 2 extra battle cards while defending. And the thing is, I know we're all excited about triple changes, but you don't have to use all 3 sides of a triple changer. You can go, right, I am playing in Alt Mode 1 this game, and you can whack armor on there, defense of 2, tough 2. Because the thing is, you've got to play an armor to get the tough 2. So now you're sitting there with a defense of 2, which is fine, it's average, but it's not terrible, plus an armor, plus tough 2. And you can really be rolling here. Maybe it's a blast shield that gives you extra 2 defense. Maybe it's an improvised shield that gives you tough 1, which would then add up and give you tough 3 overall. Either way, this is your way of saying this character is going to stay on the field. Now, of course, if your opponent is playing Pierce, that's very sad, because they're probably going to be able to get through this, given that Pierce does go through this. But if you're against a deck that doesn't play Pierce and you want to go full defense, you can do that by rolling in Alt Mode 1. Alt Mode 2, however, this is your attacking mode. You've got an attack of 5, which is the highest of any of your 3 sides. And when you've got a weapon attached, you've got Bold 2. So each of them, when you've got a certain type of upgrade attached, activates a relevant extra skill. So here you've got your best attacking side and you're getting bold 2. Now, it's a bit of a shame that Autobot Springer is not a melee character. If it was, you would get access to body armor and power sword, which would make you an absolute beast. Body armor gives you tough free and power sword gives you bold free. Maybe that would be a bit too much. But that's not to say you can't play something like a grenade launcher, which gives you +4 attack, which means you then have 9 attack and bold 2. That would be pretty gosh darned ridiculous. Or maybe you go flamethrower here, which is a weapon, and it gives you bold 2. So you can go with flamethrower, you get bold 2 from that, and then it would activate the skill to give you bold 2, and now you're rocking a character with 5 attack and bold 4. And yes, you could even play something like Supercharge to get you up to bold 7. And that is what I think makes Autobot Springer a good card, and I like this card. It's a super rare, so the chances are you're probably not going to find it that easy to get hold of. And it's a 12 cost, which means that you're not going to have as many deck building options with this in terms of other characters as you would playing lower cost cards. So it's got to be worth it. And the fact of the matter is, it absolutely is worth it. You can play a Pierce deck, or you can play a bold deck, or you can play a tough deck. And you've got the options, and that really is what is phenomenal about this. You can go full offense and play in alt mode 2, full defense and play in alt mode 1, or you can just go Pierce and more balanced and go in bot mode. Although I say balanced, bot mode does have the worst skills here. Now, being a ranged character in all 3 modes I like very much indeed, because that does give you access to Armed Hovercraft, which is a weapon, and it does 1 damage to each character when you put it on a ranged enemy. Plus it gives you +1 attack, so if you put that on when you're in alt mode 2, then you have 6 attack, and you've got bold 2, and you do 1 damage to each enemy. That's pretty nice. You also have access to Rapid Ascent, which I'm going to be honest, I'm much less of a fan of. I don't think it's a bad card. It's got an orange icon, and when you put it on a ranged character, your opponent scraps a card from their hand. It's fine, but I don't think it's particularly exciting. In alt mode 2, you're a helicopter. We have no helicopter support. I am here crossing my fingers hoping we do. I would love a helicopter deck. We'll have to wait and see. But in alt mode 1, you have a truck. Trucks are fine. I mentioned cargo trailer earlier, gives you +1 attack for each cargo trailer on. +1 if there's 1, +4 if there's 2, 2 times 2, +9 if there's 3. 3 times 3. And actually what I really like about this has a lot more survivability, because after putting cargo trailer on, you can flick yourself into alt mode 2. Just remember that if you're going to be doing that, you've got to wait until you're back in alt mode 1 if you're going to actually rely on getting another cargo trailer out, because you can only attach it when it's in truck mode. You also do have team up tactics here, but you're only a truck, you're not a car. You're not Autobot Nova Star. And it's basically just medic with a blue icon, which is still better than medic. You're repairing 2 damage, but it's just medic with a blue icon. You don't have anything more than that. But there are at least some options here. We were all excited when we knew we were getting triple changes, and I think Autobot Springer has given us exactly what at least I wanted from triple changes. I wanted a transformer that gave us options so that you could play different ways depending on what mode you were in, and Autobot Springer has given us that. Piercing in bot mode, full attack in alt mode 2, full defense in alt mode 1. Yes, it's a super rare. Yes, it's expensive. But the fact of the matter is, 5 attack, bold 2, 14 health, good in an attacking deck. 2 defense, 14 health, tough 2, good in a defensive deck. And Pierce 3 is very good. Okay, we've got Megatron who's also got Pierce 3. But given that Megatron is the pinnacle of Pierce, and that's got Pierce 3, and this is just as good as that, that should make us happy rather than sad. My only reservation about this is that you need to play the appropriate kind of upgrade. So if you are in alt mode 2, you only get the bold 2 if there's a weapon on there. So if your opponent's playing a bunch of these cards that get rid of these upgrades, maybe they're going Inferno or something like that, yeah, okay, that could be a little bit of a pain. And there will be games where you just don't draw into weapons. But there's going to be plenty of games where you do. And remember, if you're really, really paranoid that you're not going to be able to draw into the kind of upgrade that you want, Treasure Hunt is still a thing. So that will work quite nicely. I am extremely excited about Autobot Springer and Triple Changes. So ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Go nuts, but please do remember the most important thing. Be nice, would ya? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, where we talk Transformers and a whole bunch of other things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.